Hi Virgo, welcome to your week. I have a reading for the 22nd of November all the way through to the 28th. What? November already? Bye. Welcome to Sagittarius season. Sun has now entered Sagittarius. Mercury follows on the 24th, which is a Wednesday. What else have we got going on? Mars will enter Sagittarius on the 13th. Big deal here. Neptune retrograde going direct on November the 30th. So a lot of what has been quite dreamy and illusionary now becomes quite clear, quite straightforward. It's almost like a fog of illusion has been lifted off of us. I've got the romance oracles and the goddess guidance and the rider Waite that I'm using here. So Sagittarius season. I want you to think about Jupiter. It's a sign ruled by Jupiter, the vast expanse, growth, expansion, discovery, adventure. Your ruling planet Mercury comes out of Scorpio and enters the sign of Sagittarius on the 24th. Now, if we are to think of Scorpio, this fixed water sign, very much about the internal, it's about the transmutation that takes place inside. In the sign of Sagittarius, it's the complete opposite. It's all outside. It's about expansion, growth, adventure, challenging yourself, trying new things. Really, the thing with Sagittarius season is that it's a lesson about your happiness and how it's really important to understand that your happiness truly comes from you. No one else can make you happy. No one else can bring you happiness. You can't be dependent on other people to give you the answer or give you the key or make things right for you. In this season, Virgo, and I believe it's right off the bat with this one, in this season, in this month, in this week, Virgo, your happiness, your contentment, you're given the key to it. And as long as you understand that it's all in your hands, it's all up to you to follow the adventure, to follow the light, to go and follow the fun. Let's have some cards for Monday. If you guys would like to book a reading, head over to the website Rubyreadstarot.com. Check out a list of services there. Go ahead and book, and I shall hopefully speak to you guys soon. Let's get some cards for Monday. Let's get some energy for the sign of Virgo for Monday. Sagittarius season. Woohoo! Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius is happening on Wednesday, but I think it's the time where Hermit season is kind of put to, oh, interesting. I don't think I'm going to take these. I'll take this one though. So, for Monday's energy, I have the 8 of Swords. And I think this is very much aligned with what I was talking about, how, your contentment and your happiness really is down to you. And I think you've got to be really cautious about the mind frame that you leave Sagittarius season with, because we've actually stepped into party season. And so binding yourself in a prison of your own making, feeling trapped or feeling less than or feeling paranoid or feeling like you're not capable enough or you can't do it, it's not the season for it. And so I think on Monday, it's a really good idea to kind of set yourself free of any shackles that you know may have been binding you, to really look at the concept of freedom and how we are truly free. And it is only us that holds ourselves back. For Tuesday's energy, I have the Page of Swords, I have the Judgment card, and I have the 3 of Wands. On Tuesday, Virgo, you might have to make a decision about information, or information comes in. It's a decision about your ships rolling in. It's about hard work that you've put in that is about to pay off. There's a lot of information that comes forward with this, and there is a decision that you might need to make on Tuesday. I think remain focused on the fact that you've put in the hard work. The ships are rolled. If you've put in the hard work, your ships are rolling in. And I think it's really funny when people do none of the work and they expect other people to do the work for them and make them happy and give them the answers. This isn't the season for it. You have to get on that horse and you have to go out and find your happiness. Wednesday's energy, I have the Five of Pentacles. There's a lot of emotional clearing up that I think needs doing, especially in regards to where you might have fixed yourself into a certain limit, or you may have limited yourself and it's about breaking free of limitations. The Five of Pentacles is Taurian energy, and it's really funny that this card has come out the day Mercury goes into Sagittarius. It's about you coming to source. It's about you coming to the light. It's about you finding the warmth. Take it all to source, Virgo. Whatever it is that still binds you, keeps you trapped, keeps you little, keeps you stuck, prison of your own making, you must make an active decision this week to take all of that and take it to source. You've made it to source, Virgo. Step into the light and come out of a lack mentality, come out of poverty consciousness, and do whatever it takes in terms of research and decisions about where you stand with your returns coming in, your ships coming in, your fortune coming in. There is going to be a heavy emphasis this week on how you choose to transmute your state. I want you to think of alchemy. Sagittarius, the sign of Sagittarius, it's about the alchemist. It's not only taking one thing and turning it into another. It's about the process. And I feel like this week you are going through a much needed process as Mercury travels into the sign of Sagittarius, the sign of expansion. But then as Mars shortly in December follows and goes into Sagittarius also, it's about you changing things up for yourself, including a poverty mindset, including feeling like you're being held back or stuck. It's about you making the decisions, you following the research, you following where it is that you know your wins are. Come Thursday, I have the moon. And so this energy is quite important because it is about illumination and it is about, oh, and the bottom of the deck is a sun card. I'm going to take that. So Thursday is the sun and the moon. So it's about you illuminating the light and the dark within yourself and figuring out exactly where it is or what it is that you can do to not only re-energize and not only make a few things clearer for yourself, but see where it is that you might really need to pull yourself out of a limitation or a lack mindset. The bell tolled when I said pull yourself out of limitation. You have the potential to grow really, really big this season, Virgo. And with the sun and the moon card on Thursday, I feel like Thursday is going to be one of those days where you are really put to the test in terms of your own personal power, in terms of your own personal conviction and belief in yourself. A lack mindset right now isn't going to work, which is why I tell you, take your problems to source, come out of the cold. It's about the illumination. And I think Wednesday is going to make it super, super clear to you about how you illuminating every dark recess of your life right now by shifting your focus away from less and lack and pushing forward into abundance quite wholeheartedly. This is about you being the alchemist, Virgo. This is about you doing all the necessary processes, all the necessary research, all the necessary decisions in the right time with perfect, measurements and everything being done exactly as it's supposed to be in order to make things change, things transmute from one state into the next. Alchemy, Virgo. A lot of people, I would suggest, reread the book, The Alchemist. For me, every Sagittarius season, it's a must because it just gets me into the right headspace about how necessary it is for us to change up our state. Bottom of the deck is the Strength card again with the Ace card. I'm going to take those as Friday's messages. You got to be brave in terms of matters of the heart, Virgo, especially when it comes to your filling your own cup. I personally believe with Mercury entering the sign of Sagittarius, there's a lot of citrine, a lot of work that can be done with crystal citrine. So I would keep that close at hand. Carnelian is another one that I think is really important for Sagittarius season. Strength, and we spoke about strength this weekend in this weekend's reading. Might be worth referring back to it, but it's about changing states. It's about transforming. It's about the alchemy that this maiden with the infinity symbol on her head has to do in order to transmute from being the beast. Come Thursday, you got to be courageous about matters of the heart. I think your decisions lead to a full cup, a happy heart overflowing with joys, with the joys of life and life's abundances. There we go. The boop. Another confirmation for me there. There's a lot of work here this week, Virgo, and it is a lot about you changing up your own state. Please, please, please focus on the emphasis on you. It's, again, a solo month. It's a mutable month. It's the best way for you to connect because it's an element like yours. It's mutable. And so you are able to change. You are able to transmute things up, change things up. You're able to make the right decisions because it's not fixed. You're free. You're open to change, transmute. For Saturday, I have the 5 of Cups, and there's a very necessary 5 and 5. A lot of changes taking place this week, Virgo. I think you are changing from one state to another. The 5 of Cups on Saturday, it's about a much needed shift in perspective, not from focusing on what's lost or what's gone and moving that into what you still have with you. He still has those 2 of Cups, and as far as I'm concerned, that's enough to make a beautiful pair, right? It's really necessary for you at this stage to think about how your perspective and what you're focused on determines the quality of your life. And I think the truth of this week really is going to be about you transforming a negative mindset or doubt or fear and doing it in the best way possible, which I think is active changing. For Sunday, I have the 2 of Wands. Virgo, if you're bored with the status quo, if you're bored with life, if you're bored with the way things are, if you feel like you've done it all, you have it all, and yet still there's something missing, you have to go outside of your normal confines to find it. This is the season of that. It's about growth. It's about taking the challenge. It's about Pegasus energy. The horse with the wings, there's no speed limit on that. It's 1,000 miles an hour. This is Jupiter. This is expansion. This is growing big. Do you know what? When I look at my hands now and I think of summer and how gloriously bronzed I was, and now I'm like all pale and pasty. Tans never last very long on me. But yeah, where were we? 2 of Wands. If you're bored, if you want to change things up, Virgo, now is the time. And it's really about going outside of the normal confines of what you've known, what you do, what you've been doing. The Devil card still lingering here, toxic bonds, negative energy, bad habits, etc. It's about transmuting all of that this week, Virgo. I feel like the beginning of Sagittarius season, this first week is really about shifting states. And a good place to start is not only your toxic bonds, things that you know hold you back. Capricorn energy is strong. Leo energy is strong. Also, 5 and 5. It's the time to commit to change, Virgo. Commit to your ascension. Commit to your growth. Massive commitments to yourself this week, Virgo. I think there's a lot that you're going to be doing personally on the internal, but I think it's about how it reflects on the external. Mutable season, dancing fire, we've entered the stage of illumination, of grace, of luminosity. Dance, work on your confidence, work on your solar plexus, wear the carnelian, wear the citrine. Focus on the belly on your fire, the fire in your belly, Virgo. If you would like to book a reading, do visit the website rubyreadstarot.com. Do give the video a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, guys. All of my love to you. Thank you so much for joining. I shall catch you again soon. Bye.